Keep pushing. This is my favorite takedown positions. Way up, way up. Keep pushing. Yeah, so the person who's doing this should be like a machine. There's always a push, no matter what position they're in. It's like swimming. Constantly pushing. And then I get in, and now I'm in the medium distance, which is about the worst distance to be in with a puncher, because he's happiest here, right? So you're kind of sliding in. And then I feel the back is torqued. You feel this is kind of, it wants this motion. Roll over. Okay, come a little closer. So now, what goes on in my head is, as it pushes, I get an instant read on what's going on inside. So then I start. There's an elbow. There's a shoulder. There's this shoulder, that wrist. There's the spine, hips. I literally go through the whole person like this, one by one. I try to find each weakness in that link. Elbow, other elbow, shoulder, other shoulder, spine, neck. And whenever he goes down to his choice, I don't force it. I'm just exploring more, right? Could be the hip, the other hip, the middle hip.
The middle hip.
The knee, the other knee, the foot. So you should feel free. All those exercises that we did at the beginning, all that stuff comes into play, because a lot of the stuff I show guys, and I believe that we need more creativity in our lives. Creativity is an incredible thing, and in the future, I think we're going to need more of it, my personal. And you can't just say be creative. You have to cultivate this, right? Because, let me ask you a simple question. Are you tired of yourselves? Yep. I get tired of myself, like, geez, God, I do this thing. I got my kids to point that out. You're eating that again, Dad? Oh, that's what Dad always does. Oh, great. So you get tired of yourself and you want to think different ways or see different things. So what I do is, as the person is attacking me this way, with relentless punches or pushes over and over, I just say, okay, elbow, shoulder, head. I just touch these parts. Don't even do anything with them. And then later on, it's like I put a little more pressure, right? And then I'm like, stay here, and I'm like, oh, geez, I gotta get over here and do something, sorry. And then I'm on, and then there's a different, being able to disconnect with somebody you're involved in is very important. There might be something more important you got to do than this person in the middle of it. You might say, geez, my kids are in trouble, or something else is over here, or you realize there's 10 guys coming to beat you up because you did something wrong. You got to get out quick. You don't know how things happen, right? So I want you to try this work just one more time, not for long, and I want you to go through each individual part and see if you can take the person down one by one. Okay, one by one. What's nice about this work is you're always going to find that people, especially as you get good, will be watching your actions very closely. And they'll always be trying to measure you. How good are you? What do you know? You need to be able to cover this. It's very important to be able to cover this. And it happens all the time with certain situations. You're always checking to see how good you are, or what you know, or who you are, or what you represent, or what's this. You need to be able to cover those things to protect yourself. That's very important, right? Think of what you do for your kids to protect them. People don't know too much information that's not necessary for them, right? It always happens all the time. Be able to cover yourself in your movements. When you work like this, joint by joint, you have a hard time understanding what you've studied or what you know. You know a lot of different things, and that's really important. It's hard to get a beat on you, and that keeps people honest. Makes sense? Mm-hmm. Try with your partner, please.